Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willowbound Journals. Welcome back to my channel. We are picking up where we left off with the Daphne's Diary journal series, where I'm making some Daphne's Diary journals from start to finish, just putting the camera on anytime that I make them, bringing you along for the ride essentially, in case it's helpful or inspiring at all to see me do this. So I've got my pages here, and all I want to do is fold them in different ways. So I could fold them all in the same way if I wanted, but I'm going to let the pages speak to me and tell me where to place my folds and cuts. So this one's pretty easy. Folding it in half doesn't cut anything off. I can just do the most simple basic fold and have a large page. So the majority of my pages I do want to be large so that the journal is, filled out, and so you can see most of the page. I love the birds. I love the birds. That's really pretty. Now I do have some, not some. I get some questions as I make these. One of them is always, why don't I use a paper trimmer? My answer is that I don't need one. Scissors do the job. Yes, it takes a bit longer, but I don't mind. I quite enjoy the process. Another question I get or comment is about folding it this way. I know some people don't like folding it so that the words run kind of on the side, if that makes sense, rather than this way. And yeah, I do prefer it if it can go the right way up, for sure. But often you get magazines, book pages that you just kind of have to fold this way, because if you folded it in half this way, you're cutting off words or you're cutting off someone's face or something. And yeah, even though I do prefer it to go the right way up, because it just suits my logical sense of things, I don't mind. It's a junk journal, and I quite like the quirkiness of having it go this way, and I really don't mind at all. Most of my journals, yeah, the pages go that way. Yeah, like I said, if I can get them going the other way, I will, but I'm not going to be too fussed. So for example, this one, I can actually fold it this way. So let's do that, because I'm not going to be cutting off anything significant in a bad place. This one works well because the writing is on one side, instead of, for example, if the writing was in the middle and I had to fold it there, I wouldn't do that. And that's what I mean by I'm letting the pages tell me where to place my cuts and folds. So it's a bit of a shame that, yes, I have to cut off some of the page. Some people also ask or comment about, why don't I fold the pages so that I don't waste any of the page and so that I can see the picture? My answer to that is, it's just personal preference. If you want to do that, go for it. That's awesome. For me, when I look at my journal, I don't really want to fuss around with opening flaps and folding things out. I don't know. For me, I just want a journal that I can turn pages and see everything on the page. This is also why I don't really like heavily embellished journals, because I want to see everything on the page. I don't want to have to take something out of a pocket to be able to see it. I just want it right there on the page, so when I flip through, I can just turn, look, turn, look, turn, look, instead of having to fuss around with taking this out and taking that out and folding that out. Love all that. I'm a walking contradiction, I know, and that's okay. I love the interactivity. I love the engagement of fold outs and flips and pockets and tucks. That's why you will often see me do embellished journals. And of course, I love appreciating other people's journals that are embellished. They're works of art. They're beautiful. I love them. But I don't use those journals. I hoped I could use them because they're stunning. But I just found when I bought embellished journals, I couldn't use them because it didn't suit my journaling style. And that's all okay. It's just a matter of finding your own style. I know some people don't like blank journals, because it's too intimidating having a blank page. They need the flips, the flaps, the tucks, the pockets, because it provides something interesting on the page for them to have a starting point. And that's awesome. If that's you, make embellished journals, buy embellished journals, use embellished journals. That is fantastic. We're all different, and I love that there is a junk journal for everyone. That's also why I love junk journals as well, because not everyone is going to like a normal journal that has just plain pages or lined pages. For some people, they're just going to be like, that is boring, that is uninspiring. So a junk journal can be whatever you want. It can have all blank pages, it can have all pattern pages, or it can have any mix between that. So because I haven't had any other pages so far that I've been able to do narrow, I'm going to do this one narrow. If I had quite a few narrow pages already, I would fold this one the other way. Whoops. Okay, so I'm going to cut off the bottom because, like I said in the other video, I'm not the biggest fan of seeing the number, page number. So where possible, I generally cut off page numbers. But again, this is why it's all very flexible. I don't mind it if there is a page number. It's not going to ruin my day. I'm happy keeping the page number there as well. But personal preference, I would take them off all the time. So this one is really pretty. I've got to think about my middle page too. I didn't think about that. I want to keep that. So this one could work well either way. If I folded it this way or lengthways, because this is a symmetrical page, so I could fold it the other way if I wanted, but I want to preserve that as a whole. I want to enjoy that picture as a whole, which I think is just beautiful, that picture. It's gorgeous. So beautiful. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you prefer. Do you like more blank journals, more embellished journals? How do you like making your journals? It's all fun to just do whatever style we like. So now this one I want to fold it this way, because if I did it this way, that's a bit boring. So let's do it this way. So now I can see that picture, and that's much nicer. And I think if lots of people say the way they like their journals or making their journals, that helps give permission for people to find their own style journal that they like making. Because I find you often hear people say things like, oh, everyone does journals like this. Is it okay that I do it like this? It's like, of course, of course. So if people know that there's so many different ways to do it, they won't feel like, oh, is this the right way? I don't know if my style is different to other people, or it's all just do whatever suits you. I'm just having a bit of trouble figuring out where I want to cut, because I quite like this piece here and would like to cut that off. But if I cut that off, I'm cutting quite a bit of that beautiful painting. So let me just have a look. So what I might do is just cut off the top here, so that I can keep what's interesting about this piece while also maintaining as much of this part as possible. Whoops. Okay, so when I open that, that's perfect. That works really well on that side. Awesome. Okay. So that one, I think I like that as a middle page. So when I look for middle pages, I'm also thinking about something that I don't want to have broken. If I had it like that, it's broken because the other half is over there. This works really well as a page that I can fold like that, so that you can see the whole image and enjoy the whole image in the middle. just trim up here. Just gonna line that up. All right, so that's going to be my middle page. Really pretty. The other reason I'm choosing this as my middle is because it's kind of got the blue and the green tones that works with the cover. So when I'm thinking of choosing a front and middle page, I'm trying to choose pages that represent the journal as a whole, works well with the cover. Because sometimes my middle pages between the front and the middle page won't really have anything to do with the cover. So I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself very well, but okay, so this one I think I actually want to fold this way because there's some good information about these trees. So I want to make sure it's right in the middle. Yeah, let's do that. And let's cut along here. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. If I was supposed to say anything important, I apologize. Now, do I want... Yeah, I think I want to capture that in the middle. So what I'm going to do is... no, actually I can cut that off, I think. I can cut that off. But I want this. And then I just need to cut off a bit of this. So that goes here. Yep. Now, I'm just looking at this. And I'm just going to consider something now. This is why it's all flexible. I've changed my mind. This will be my middle page, I think. Actually, no, hang on. All right, I'm going to talk out my process here. Pros and cons. Okay. I like this one because we've got our greens. That goes well with our green cover, but what I'm really liking is the birdhouse because there's a bird and it ties in the bird theme because this is colour themed by green and blue, but also bird themed overall where possible. So that would highlight that. The only thing is this is a shiny page and I quite like the idea of the matte page being the middle page because then you can... I don't know, I feel like more drawn to being able to write on a matte page. You can write here. I wouldn't write on a shiny, glossy page. But this one's just too beautiful to go past, so I am actually going to make this my middle page. Because what's in the end tipping me over the line with this one is, one, the beauty of it is more beautiful than this page, and two, it ties in with the theme. I want the middle page to be representative of the journal as a whole and to tie in with the cover. And because this is a bird themed journal, I want to put something with a bird in the middle. Just as I will also, that way I'm going to fold this one out there because, okay, so usually there's a more interesting side of page or a prettier side of page when you have this. Sometimes they're equally beautiful, but if it's one side more pretty than the other, I will always put the pretty page on the outside, so it's the first page you see. Just another little thought there. But where is my bird page? So there's two beautiful bird pages. Actually, there's three. So what that means is these are going to be my main feature pages. This is what I mean by categorize things all the time. So I've got my feature pages, but I'm going to categorize them even further. And these will be my feature pages, the ones that tie in with the bird theme. Whereas these are like filler feature pages because they don't have the bird theme. All right, yeah. So now what I would do is I would choose either this one or this one to be my front. I think I would choose this one. But yeah, I will... Oh, let's just keep on going, shall we? Let's just do a long video and arrange them now. So I know I'm going to put them in my piles again. There's my bird ones. These are my greenery ones. I want to have these separated a little bit because these are the same. Separate those a bit. This is a very pretty page. I love that one. Okay, so I've got what I'm working with. These ones are quite similar here because I've got the trees and the greenery and the vegetation. Let's flip you that way. All right, so let's put this one. That's just stunning. That is stunning. Let's put an autumn page. Oh no, that's too close to this. See those colors? They're too close to each other. So I'm going to put this one. And then I might do the bird page. Now I'll put my autumn page. Okay, then I might put my plant page, my greenery page. So I'm liking this. It's actually naturally working that there's a green alternating with the orange, so that's fun. And then I want, okay, I think I want you. Then I want you. Okay, so now sometimes it works well and all the pages work together just fine. But I don't want these two next to each other. I know I'm separating it with some blank pages, but I want a different look. So that means you need to go and swap here. And then we'll put you there, and now I'm happy putting that one there, and then that one there. And then as always, I'll just go through and pass through just to double check everything is looking nice to my eye. It's nice and balanced. Yes, perfect. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Now I've got my 2 journals. In the next video, I will cut my blank pages and show you how I do that and add those in. Thank you so much for watching. Hope that was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.